The Trump administration's removed all of the migrants who were being held at the Guantánamo Bay Naval Station in Cuba and has flown them back to the United States. This is according to the Defense Department. The 40 men have been transported back to Louisiana, where there is a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility in Alexandria. It comes 2 weeks after the Department of Homeland Security sends another group of 48 migrants back to the same city from Guantánamo. It is unclear why DHS sent the group of migrants back to the United States after the costly flights to the military base in Cuba. Last week, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was on hand at Guantánamo when a military C-130 carrying 9 migrants landed at the base. The Defense Department calculates the cost per flight hour to operate a C-130 at about $21,000. So for a trip of 5 to 6 hours, it cost the Pentagon $200,000 to $250,000. That would be round trip, or $23,000 to $27,000 per detainee.
Yeah, so the Trump White House here looking to use the military to try to put those images around the world saying, do not come here, do not cross here. We will put you in military jets. We will put you in shackles. We will take you to Gitmo, where we hold some of the worst terror suspects from 9/11 still, 25 years later. Trump announced his plan back in January. He was planning to house as many as 30,000 illegal migrants at Gitmo, but only a couple hundred ended up going, and now they've pulled all of them out, the 40 that they had there right now. You mentioned the cost there, the exorbitant cost of using the military for deportations. They didn't really have a budget for this. They didn't really have staffing for this. There's been infighting and responsibility concerns between DHS and DOD. You do this. No, we do this. No, jurisdictionally, we cannot do this. You must do this. Apparently, at Gitmo, they were building a whole bunch of tents, the military was, because they didn't want to be blamed for not having the facilities for these folks to come. The issue is they never got specifics on how to build these tents and what was required of these tents from DHS. These tents that they put up across Guantanamo, they lack air conditioning, they lack running water, they don't meet ICE standards for detention. Under long-standing court settlements, judges have ruled here that we have to adhere to certain humanitarian standards, even when holding illegal migrants here in the country. And so these first migrants showed up at Gitmo. They couldn't put them in the tents. DHS sent one staffer initially to oversee detention operations. The military tried to fill the gap here. Just a lot of finger pointing. We've mentioned that one of the reasons ICE is behind in deportations, Trump is very frustrated right now because deportations are running pretty much on pace with Biden. That's because they lack staffing, lack judges. And so ICE leadership needs what they have of the agents to oversee the deportations and the raids in various cities. So they didn't really have many to send to Guantanamo.